Hello, 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 and welcome to my Nintendo NX discussion video titled Reality Check, because a lot of people need a reality check when it comes to discussing the Nintendo NX. And I'm here to give all of you that reality check. Now I, along with everybody else in the world except Nintendo and select third-party developers know absolutely nothing about the Nintendo NX. All we know are rumours, reports, speculation, leaks, and all of that. That is not facts. So therefore, I, along with everyone else in the world except Nintendo and game developers, know nothing about the Nintendo NX. But I can tell you one thing I do know about the Nintendo NX, and it's something you all should know, and I'm here to tell you this right now. Nintendo are not going to release a super powerful gaming system. That is not going to happen. Get that out of your head right now. Okay? Get it out of your head right now. Okay, I'm going to give you a little history lesson on Nintendo and power. Okay? There used to be a time where Nintendo's catchphrase and slogan was, "Now you're playing with Nintendo," or sorry, "Now you're playing with power." That was Nintendo's catchphrase at one stage. "Now you're playing with power." Because there was a time where Nintendo were the market leaders in the gaming industry in the area of power, in the area of graphics and processing power, GPU and CPU. Nintendo at a time were the leaders in that area. With the NES and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power. That was Nintendo's catchphrase in the late 80s and early 90s, because Nintendo's gaming systems, the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, were the consoles on the market. And Nintendo will continue to release powerful consoles like the Nintendo 64, which was a console that gave us 3D games for the very first time, and very detailed games like Super Mario 64. They would continue to make the Nintendo GameCube, which was the most powerful console on the market at that time. But that is where it all ended for Nintendo in the area of power. Satoru Iwata, may he rest in peace, after the Nintendo GameCube said, and he clearly said, that when thinking about developing our next systems, this is a quote now from Nintendo, not the exact quote, but they more or less said that Nintendo cannot rely on power alone, graphics, specs like GPU and CPU alone, to surprise the gaming market. That Nintendo couldn't rely on power alone to release new gaming systems and keep them relevant. So after Nintendo decided to move away from powerful gaming systems, they gave us innovative gaming systems. They gave us the Nintendo DS. They gave us the Nintendo Wii. So with the DS, Nintendo didn't just give us the next version of the Game Boy and make it just a more powerful version of a Game Boy. They gave us something completely different. They gave us touchscreen gaming. They gave us innovation over power. My point here is that is the point where Nintendo was no longer playing with power. They were playing with innovation. In order to create something compelling and new and unique and different, Nintendo couldn't just rely on power alone. So they gave us, with the DS, they gave us touchscreen gaming. With the Wii, they gave us motion control gaming over specs, over CPU and GPU. So instead of CPU and GPU, Nintendo gave us dual screen touchscreen gaming and motion control gaming. Okay? So that is the point where Nintendo were no longer playing with power, they were playing with innovation and uniqueness. So we saw the DS, the Wii, we saw the Wii U with dual screen console gaming. So my point here is this, okay? If you are a genuine Nintendo fan watching this video, I'm speaking to you directly. If you're not a Nintendo fan, well, this video is not really speaking to you, okay? But if you are a Nintendo fan, I would imagine that you are aware of Nintendo. So you should know, and if you do not know, I am here to remind you and clearly tell you that Nintendo are not playing with power when it comes to the Nintendo NX. Do not expect the Nintendo NX to be a powerful system. Now, I don't know how powerful this, as well as all of you do not know anything about the Nintendo NX. The Nintendo NX will be revealed in a couple of months' time. That is where you will see that system being unveiled. My point here, and I'm going to run a little bit later because I want to keep this video less than 10 minutes. My point here is this. Nintendo stopped playing with power around 2004, 2005-ish. Okay? Instead, they focused on innovation, okay, and creating something unique, different, that was never done before. That's Nintendo's focus. It's not power. We're not in the late 80s, we're not in the early 90s. This isn't the Nintendo Entertainment System, this isn't the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, okay? This is the Nintendo NX, this is 2016, okay? Nintendo stopped playing with power when they launched the Nintendo DS and Wii, okay? They moved on from power. They felt that power alone wasn't enough to release something unique and different. Alright? So when thinking about the Nintendo NX, when making your YouTube videos about the Nintendo NX, when you read these reports about the Nintendo NX and you hear about what chips they're using, for the love of God, do not be surprised. Remind yourself who Nintendo are. For God's sake, remind yourselves who Nintendo are. Okay? They are a company since 2004, 2005, who no longer are playing with power. That it's Sony and Microsoft's area. If you have a PlayStation 4, stick to it. If you don't, buy it. Or get an Xbox One. If you want power, that's where you go. If you want innovation and something completely different, then look forward to the Nintendo NX. So my point, and I will close the video with this. My point is the Nintendo NX is not going to be a powerful console, because Nintendo hasn't released a powerful console since 2002 with the Nintendo GameCube. And the last real time, the last proper time that Nintendo were playing with power was when they used that slogan in the late 80s and early 90s with the NES and the Super Nintendo. That is the last time Nintendo were playing with power. Now, I'm not here to talk about how I feel about that. To be, in all due respect, I'm not even here to talk about how you feel about that. I'm just here to report facts in this video. And those are the facts, whether you like it or not. Those are the facts. You just have to remind yourself of the facts when discussing the Nintendo NX in relation to its power. So the Nintendo NX will not be a powerful console because Nintendo stopped playing with power back in 2004, 2005 when they felt that they needed to move away from the area of powerful gaming systems in favour of innovation to make their consoles different and unique and fresh. So Nintendo are no longer playing with power. They gave us the DS and the Wii. They gave us touchscreen, dual screen gaming, and they gave us motion control gaming with the DS and the Nintendo Wii. Okay? They moved away from power. Okay, and they went into the direction of innovation. Okay, that's been the case now since 2005 with the launch of the Nintendo DS. So for God's sake, wake up, smell the coffee, and realise who Nintendo are. They're not a company who develop powerful consoles anymore. So just understand that, get it into your head. The Nintendo NX will not be a powerful console. But on a positive note, to end this, what the NX will be is unique, fresh, different, and revolutionary. Because that is the way Nintendo has been going since 2005. Nintendo are the company that gave us the first ever dual screen, touch screen gaming handheld that changed the gaming forever. They gave us the Nintendo Wii, motion control gaming for the very first time, that literally changed the gaming landscape overnight. They are the console that gave us dual screen console gaming, where we didn't have to be occupied with the TV alone. We can continue playing our games on the gamepad TV screen. They are the company that gave us glasses free 3D with the Nintendo 3DS. That is what you should expect with the Nintendo NX. Innovation, uniqueness, something fresh, something that's never been done before. Do not, for the love of God, expect Nintendo to be this, or do not expect Nintendo to release this big, massive, powerful console with the Nintendo NX. It's not going to happen. Nintendo are no longer playing with power. That's the late 80s, early 90s. This is 2016 now. Since 2004, 2005, Nintendo has been playing with innovation. So get it into your head, everyone watching this video right now. Get it into your head. Thanks very much for watching the video, by the way, and commenting. In fact, I'll actually end the, I'm going way over time here. But I'm going to end comment actually, because I appreciate you leaving comments, and I appreciate you watching the video. Just really passionate about this video right now, to be honest with you, because it's something that needs to be said in relation to the Nintendo NX. Everyone is talking about how powerful the NX is going to be, what chips is it using, and I'm just here to remind everyone and tell everyone that Nintendo no longer play with power. Nintendo no longer release powerful consoles. They stopped doing that with the launch of the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo Wii. And to be honest, the last proper time that Nintendo really cared about powerful gaming systems was when they used that slogan, "Now we're playing with power," back in the late 80s and early 90s with the release of the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. That's the last time Nintendo really cared about powerful consoles, when they used that slogan, "Now we're playing with power." But like I said many times, in 2004 and 2005, Nintendo came out and said, look, we cannot rely alone on just specs and power and CPU and GPU. We cannot rely on "now we're playing with power" alone to release compelling, new, fresh, innovative gaming systems. We have to do something different, which is why they focus on innovation with the Nintendo DS and Nintendo Wii, with dual screen touchscreen gaming with the DS and motion control gaming with the Wii. And to say that those two systems change gaming forever is an understatement. An understatement. So I will now check my comments, and I would like to thank everyone again who watched this video. Thank you. My dad said, well said. Raindrops keep falling on my head. You can sing if you want, I don't mind. I mean, I don't care what kind of comments you want to leave. If you want to sing, sing. Have a nice sing song. Have a nice sing song. Whatever you want to say, man. Whatever you want to say. I don't really care what you want to say. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I don't give a shit, to tell you the truth. So yeah. So yeah, I don't mean that in a cheeky way. I just don't understand. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, whatever. I say in all my videos, you want to get interactive, get interactive. Leave a comment, leave a song. Doesn't really bother me either way, to be honest with you. Right. So that's all I really wanted to say. Do not expect the Nintendo NX to be a powerful console. What it will be is an innovative, original, fresh, revolutionary, dedicated gaming system that will change the way we play games forever. Okay? So with that, I'll say goodbye. Thank you for watching. See you soon.